internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is monumental. With the current events that have taken place within the last 24 hours to be exact, let's do a little recap, and then when we come back, I'm going to tell you why I am way more bullish than ever on XRP and why I believe that within 2 years, a $30 price target is so achievable on a very, very conservative scale.
Well, we have breaking news this morning on a worldwide IT outage that has disrupted operations at airports, banks, and broadcasters around the world.
Well, some breaking news in the last few minutes. The Bank of England has reported a problem with its CHAPS payments system.
So the bank says this is a global issue, does raise one or two eyebrows. Now, a global payments issue is affecting the bank's CHAPS service and delaying some high-value and time-sensitive payments.
you've been here a long time. I'm guessing you've never seen anything quite like what we're seeing right now.
Never seen anything quite like this, and it's an indicator really of how much technology has taken over not only this business, obviously, but so many others. And in this particular business, television, a lot of things that used to be done by human beings are now done by computers and software, and it's great when it works.
If you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor,
a lot of things that used to be done by human beings are now.
What's the meaning? Do you have meaning? Do you feel useless?
Not so great when it doesn't. We've never had a system, the entire system, fail in this way. We've had all kinds of computer problems. Everybody does at times in whatever business you're in.
I mean, just hearing that should make you go, wow, they're really doing this. They're going to transition. They're going to introduce new systems. They're going to go onto the blockchain. Yes, it's happening. And you even have an ex-Ripple employee, Anthony Welfare, being a little bit more vocal on X now. He just left Ripple in June of this year, as per his LinkedIn profile, and has started his own company. So now, he could reply, he could be more vocal to some of these events that take place. He says this is why we need public blockchain-based payment systems, and this was regarding to CHAPS yesterday. And today, he came out and said he was pretty much hammering the CEO because the CEO said it's basically normal that this happened. And he said, no, it is not normal to not test updates before you deploy them. And again, he goes on to say, it's time to seriously start using blockchain technology. I don't think people can, really understand how big this is going to get and why this transition is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Once the money gets in here, a lot of people are going to be priced out, and they're going to be priced out really, really fast. And Klaus Schwab even made it very clear 2 years ago about what's within their pipeline. I mean, this is not conspiracy. If you think this is all conspiracy and all that stuff, that I'm living in la la land and I'm making all this stuff up as I go, then just leave the channel. I mean, why are you even here watching? But Klaus, tell them.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
And there will be a moment where we won't have communication, or where the internet goes down, or where we can't access our crypto assets if it's online. So that is why, if you have your assets on exchanges, I'm not saying it's bad to leave it on exchanges, but you got to have at least, maybe 70% offline and 30% on exchanges if you want to sell. But you got to keep these assets safe. And if you do not have a hardware wallet, link is in the description down below. Use my exclusive link. When you go on it, you'll see my 24 hours crypto exclusive discount page. Or if it's not there, you won't get the discount. You do get up to $130 off if you get the 2 package, which is very important. Well, I'll tell you why in a second. And then there's also a single one if you just want one. When stuff starts to pick up, Descent, Ledger, Treasure, whatever you guys want to buy, these guys are going to be overwhelmed. They're going to be backed up. It's going to get delayed. They might even stop selling them. You never know, right? They might run out. So you need to be prepared before the bull run happens, and make sure you have this for yourself. It could be for another family member, or your cousins may need one. It's always good to have an extra one, even if you have one. If you have one wallet, I highly, highly, highly recommend you get another one. 100% without a doubt. You'll thank me later, I'm telling you. So the link is in the description down below. It's going to be available for the next 48 hours for the discount. You do not want to miss out on this. Great deal, and things will get delayed. I'm telling you, just wait and see. Just wait and see. But let's continue on to Anthony Welfare here for a moment. Anthony Welfare was working on Project Polaris with the BIS Innovation Hub. And this was a handbook for online payments with CBDCs. And not just CBDCs as we go further on to this handbook. Here we have Anthony Welfare and then Anthony Wells from Ripple. This is very important because when a system outage occurs within the banks, you're going to need some sort of offline capabilities to keep up the infrastructure up and running. And that is being discussed at the BIS Innovation Hub with intelligent individuals from Ripple. And going on to their final PDF that was released, they still don't have, the full solution to their problem. In total, 12 solution vendors participated in the deep dive process. This guide also draws material from other work undertaken on offline payments, both for CBDC and non-CBDC use cases for offline transactions. This is some crazy stuff. And I love the word, you can't make this stuff up, because at the time people were saying we were making stuff up. But this is some big stuff. Remember, they're only going to give you a taste of what's to come. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and we'll be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.